Hi beauties, I am Kaylee Harless. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to show you how to get a beachy LA golden glow without using too many products. Look below for all links to the products, subscribe to my channel, and catch me back here at Kaylee Harless. Love you, bye. Enjoy. I'm starting with really clean skin. I have nothing on aside from my skincare. What I like to apply right before I do my makeup is Glossier Invisible Shield Daily Protection, or Daily Sunscreen. It's SPF 35 and it's invisible. So it goes on, it doesn't have a white cast. And I found that I almost can't apply makeup anymore without putting that on first. It just glides on so well and I love it. But anyway, today I'm showing you really just like a natural kind of beachy LA look. In LA, it's kind of a mix between people who go all out. They do everything. They do extensions, they do lash extensions, they do injections and fillers and everything. And then there are people who are like walking around looking like these poreless goddesses. And I'm like, what's your secret? What are you doing? Are you also, well, I just need to do whatever you're doing. I want to be on that program. I'm somewhere in between. I think sometimes I love to do a lot and sometimes I'm like, what can I get away with not doing? So I'm starting with L'Oreal Magic BB Cream. I have used this for a few years. It goes on, it comes out white, and then when you're blending it into your skin, it matches the tone of your skin. So I put some on the forehead, cheeks, oh God. Some of that just fell onto my ankle, and here we are. And then you just blend it in. Blend it into that skin around your lips. If something really isn't your actual skin tone, you can have that like white line around your lips. At least that happens to me. So I just kind of close my mouth and just really go for it. As you can see, that really evened out my skin tone. I have a lot of redness right around my nose and on my chin right now because I have my quarterly zit. So that already helped even that out, and it's kind of matching. I want to go for this golden look. My hair is super blonde right now. I have this orange shirt on. I just feel like a golden glow is what I'm going for. Next up is concealer. I have actually been experimenting with a different concealer that I'm about to use because I really want something I can put on when I don't have anything else on my skin, but we're going for a different look right now. And I also have a little bit of a breakout on my chin, so I need a bit more coverage. And I know I can always rely on my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I use light medium honey. I'm gonna dab this under my eyes, around my nose, and on my chin. And then to blend that in, I use this Sephora brand beauty blender, so I don't really know what they call it, probably a makeup sponge because I can't legally use the term beauty blender. And this Sephora Beauty Amplifier, it's a set and refresh spray, so I just like to put it in here so I have a moist blender. How many people hate that word? I don't really mind because there's no other word that works the same way. So I just dab this in. Oh yeah, what's it? It's gone. I know this lighting is intense, but I'm doing my best. All right. So the under eye shadows are pretty much gone and my zit is also covered up, and that's all I really wanted out of the concealer today. To set that, I use Glossier Wowder. When I first got this, I was like, what is the point of this? I don't get it. And now I feel like I need it and I can't live without it. So I use that with the brush that they recommend that you buy with it. I don't think you have to, but it is a really nice brush and it's super soft. So I just dab it in here, tap that off, and kind of just lightly go across all those areas that might have a little more shine and oil, or if you don't in that moment, you know where you're gonna get shiny. Just a very light dusting. Now things are gonna get a little weird. I do things kind of out of order when I'm trying to simplify my routine. So for instance, a bronzer that I'm gonna use to give color to my face is also gonna go on my eyes, as you will see, and I just kind of hop around from there. Next up, a little contour, a little bit more of that golden glow. So I'm using Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil. I've had this for like 2 years now and I can't seem to use up a ton of it because I'm actually a little too fair for this, but I'm determined and I just blend it away. Taking this larger kind of kabuki style brush, maybe it's not kabuki brush, I don't really know. Oh, it's a bronzer brush from Sephora. I tap off the excess on my hand and then go under the cheekbone, into the hairline. Oh gosh. Below the jaw, into the neck. I think a big brush like this is great when you're trying to get more of like a general color and less of a precise contour. With bronzer, with no bronzer. Kind of hollowing out this cheek a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and do that to the other side. We, you and me, collectively together. I have to say my energy is a little crazy right now because I was at a brunch meeting earlier and my idol, one of my idols, Tyra Banks, was sitting across from me. She was sitting like a table over from our table and I didn't even notice for a while, and then I saw her and it was like my heart was just pounding because embarrassingly enough, I did audition for America's Next Top Model many years ago and I made it a few rounds and then I got cut right before you get to meet Tyra. But I saw her today and I think that's kind of all I needed. I feel much better now. While I have the bronzer out, I'm gonna move on to my eyes. I don't have anything on my lids right now. You can use a primer or just a little bit of translucent powder on your eyes if you want. But because this is of like doing something that's easy and has fewer steps than usual, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So also with the Dark Chocolate Soleil, I'm using the end of this brush from Sephora. This is for the creases. And I'm gonna do this right above where my crease is because my eyes are a little bit hooded. I have a heavier lid, so I try to lift that by making my crease a little bit higher than what it actually is. I wish I would have learned that so long ago, but I feel like I only understood that last year. So just right above where that crease is to kind of just give your eyes this dimension, and also like you look, okay, that looks crazy, but I'll blend it in. Go ahead and do it to the other eye. I just kind of want to look like I have been vacationing somewhere tropical, and I haven't. I have like this very like Michael Kors 2009 kind of tan. Not Michael Kors himself, but his runway girls. Because he always has a tan. Do you see how that's already just giving my eyes just a little bit more dimension and tone? I feel like I need a little bit of clean up on aisle, right eye. With that same bronzer, take a different brush and do a little bit of under eye situation. So I'm taking this e.l.f. smudge brush, literally like $2 at Target, And I'm just taking that same bronzer right under the eye. Just to add a little more definition and make the eyes pop. Next up, blush. So I usually don't go in that order, but because I already have my bronzer out, I'm in a rush. I put the bronzer on, and then I put it on my eyes, and then I can keep moving on. So now I'm gonna take this Sephora Colorful blush in Charmed number 27, do a little dab, a little goes a long way with this, and just take that onto the apples of the cheeks. That BB cream under everything is giving that nice sheen that you're seeing, which is great. I love that. And then just take a little blender brush and kind of work it all together. Next up, we're gonna highlight. I want more of a gold highlight, so I'm gonna choose one from this Sephora palette. I'm thinking this top one right here. And I'll take just this is an actual paintbrush that I'm gonna use to just dust the tops of the cheekbones. A little bit on the nose, not too much on the nose. And then it's also gonna be eyeshadow. With that same highlighter, tap a little bit onto your ring finger and just go right over the lid where you didn't put the bronzer. It's an easy way, especially if you're traveling and you don't want to bring like a million palettes, which I usually do anyway, but this is an easy way so you don't have to like pack so much. You just double up. A bronzer can easily be an eyeshadow for your crease. Highlighter can easily be an eyeshadow for the center of your eye. And then also while I have this out, there's a white right here, and I'm gonna pop that into the inner corners of my eyes. Just a couple more steps until we're done. Next up is mascara. Try not to stab myself in the eye. This lighting is way too intense, but you know, I'm learning. I'm using Lancome Monsieur Big. I think it's nice. It's not my favorite mascara. It adds a lot of volume, but I like something that separates my lashes a bit more. Just do a little bit on the bottom and a lot on the top, because I love mascara. When I'm like actually really busy and I need just a little bit of makeup, I only do concealer and mascara. I feel like I can skip a lot of things, but I don't want to skip concealer and mascara. And then wait for the mascara that's on your eyelid to dry before you Q-tip it off. Mascara is on, and now we just have 2 more steps: eyebrows and lips. I'm currently using Goof Proof Brow Pencil because I have used all of my Define a Brow, which is also by Benefit. I love their eyebrow products. So I'm just brushing up my eyebrows. I already like the shape of my brows, so I don't try to alter them too much. I just fill them in a little bit so they balance out the rest of the makeup. Oh, see, that really just pulls things together. And before I blend it in, I also do the other side. And then just brush them back up. To keep these babies in place, I'm using Glossier Boy Brow in Clear. Which honestly, it's not entirely clear. It really does come out white. So be careful. I like to take a Q-tip and clean up the top of it because sometimes I brush a little bit too much into above the brow, and I don't want to see any product above the brow. At least not for my brows particularly. Last but not least, lips. Your lips say it all. My lips say I'm glossy and shiny and pink and fun. When they don't have anything on, then they say I'm basically non-existent. So I'm using Fresh Sugar Cream Lip Treatment in pink. It has just a little bit of color. It's super easy to apply. It's slightly pearlescent, but it gives that like healthy pink color. And there you have it, a little California glow. Not too bad.